Welcome everyone, it's Megabyte here, and we're ready for another American Muscle Series race. It's 40 minutes here at Bathurst. We do have a pit stop. There are 32 cars currently qualified, and guess what? So far I'm the fastest one. That's right, we're starting from the pole position. It's a good place to be at Bathurst. Only the one that can kill you up the mountain that way is yourself. So let's try to hold on to it, have a clean race, and grid up and see how it goes. All right, we're gridded up. It's time to go racing for AMS. Let's rev up these V8s.
Green, green, green. All right. Clear on the right.
Wow, Schnackle pushed through there, didn't he?
All right.
Really?
Keep to the left.
Okay.
Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Nice job, Schnack. I should have defended the inside more there. I thought Schnackle would push for sure, though. But now we know how it's going to be.
Filling up now should get us to the end. The next car's the leader.
We got to run.
Left side. Keep to the right. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
They're side by side behind True there. Wow. Good job keeping that alive, boys. Trying to be a little bit gentle on the tires here at the start, so I got plenty left at the end. Making sure to get real good runs out onto the straights.
You are the leader.
With that headwind down this straight, that draft is huge. He's only 0.4 back.
Was me, son.
Got in a little deep there.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P4 just set the fastest lap. 26.257.
Built the gap over the mountain there, we did. All right, looking good. Yep, leading the way.
Just set your fastest lap of the session. The car in P6, just set the fastest lap. 26.005.
Andrew Bailing putting in some heat.
Thanks, Bob.
Fairly comfortable so far. This track's still a real nerve-wracking track.
New fastest lap for you. The car in P3, just set the fastest lap. 25.88.
Baby, putting a 25.8. Nice. Yep. Smooth and controlled so far, even with them having the draft behind. I mean, it's pretty much a draft lock track. Unless the guy behind you makes a decent sized mistake, he's not gonna lose out. I'm a little bit slow over the top of the mountain right now, but I feel like at this point in the race, it's better to be cautious than blazing fast through there. Schnack's definitely driving well, though. Well,
Left side.
that's going to cost us.
Keep to the right. The car in P4. Just set the fastest lap. 25.732. Stay on the right.
Is he still there?
Right side. Clear on the right.
I never heard my spotter say clear, so I thought he was still out there. Thought we were still side by side.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Fabian's coming on strong. Ooh, Schnack got loose there. At least he did on my screen. The next car's the leader. The leader just did a 27.546. Car on your left. Stay on the right. Stay on the right. Clear. Let's go, Mustang. Come on.
a new leader.
Yeah, it's me. Okay, right now we're gonna need 3 gallons of fuel. Oh, I think Fabian hit the wall right there. We got a chance to break the draft right here. Can we do it? Dang it. I don't know why I keep missing that shift.
Left side, clear. We've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
There we go. Good finish. Good finish to the top of the mountain there. All right. At the box next lap. Got the shift that time.
about 1 lap of fuel left.
Fitting this lap. Got it. David Moore got the fastest lap, man. He fell way back, though, afterwards. He must have tapped a wall or something. All right, pit entry. Here we come.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more
Andy, I'm
fuel.
pitting in and I'm kind of slow going in, so be careful if you come behind me. Heard.
Right side. You just set the fastest lap.
If he just pushed me into a black flag, I'm going to be really ticked off.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. We can only repair some of the damage.
Damage? Are you kidding me from that?
All clear. Punch it.
Andrew must have gone an extra lap. I got the fastest lap on my pit entry. I don't think that should count. I don't know if that's going to count or not. Right now it says it does.
The car in front is pitting. The leader's pitting now. Car 24 has taken the lead. The car in front is pitting. The podium is looking good. The next car's the leader.
Wow, nice job out of Bailey. Now let's see if he's got the minerals.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Right side.
He doesn't.
Clear on the right.
Whew. Bad time to miss a shift. Oh, the sun's coming out. That could change things. Andrew just went too hard into the cutting.
Sorry, man. We're going to third.
Okay, you are the leader.
Whew, Fabian's making me sweat for it.
Sorry, Freddie. My back end stepped out.
That was about the worst exit from Forest Elbow I've gotten all race, but we were quick over the rest of the top there. Balin caught up a little bit.
Thank you, Bernard.
Left side. Stay on the right. Clear.
That was his rehearsal.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Okay. White flag. Coming next time we cross the line.
Cheers, thank you.
Ah, I screwed that up. He's probably going to try it again here.
I need one more good lap.
That we do. One more good lap.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Ooh, hose that up pretty bad. Yes! Yes! Woo!
You won. See you in victory lane.
What a great win. Baby, and making me sweat the whole time, man. Wow. Whew. That was a tough one.
I have no words, Andrew. What a last 2 corners there, my God.
Jeff, you're supposed to be quiet till everybody else finishes the race.
I left the pit box like
Oh my gosh, you guys don't care at all, do you?
That last little bit. Still racing. Thanks, David. Yeah, I wasn't sure if Mr. Shepard ran out of fuel.
Dude, Jeff, you don't care at all, huh? I'm out of fuel. All right. Well, that was a good one. Let's look at some replay. All right, back at the start of this one. I didn't get the greatest launch, and Schnackle got a pretty good start here. This is a terrible freaking view. What is going on here? And then, let's rewind it a little bit, because the camera view decided to go.
All cars have crossed the line. Good job, good race, everybody. Thanks for a good, clean race.
So,
great work.
Schnackle gets a great launch, moves straight up on my rear bumper.
I mean, congrats to the winners. Feel free to results with Slow Motion Broadcasting, and thanks to everyone. It's amazing. So much fun.
Oh, is that the first time you've done that, J-Bell? Yeah, it's super fun that way, isn't it?
Congrats, Megabyte, Matt, and where's the and Joe.
Oh, Joe passed Andy at some point?
Joe's actually a pro cosplaying as an Ann. Someone should look at his car.
Anyways. Yeah, Schnackle got me here through on the first lap. And then where did he end up finishing? He did end up getting third away from Andrew Bailing at the end, it looks like, maybe. If those standings are correct. Yeah, he did. He had a strong first half of the race. It was funny, the couple of times I was really surprised he kept trying to hold it around the outside on turn 2. Like, you're never going to make it stick around turn 2 on the outside. It's always going to put you in a really awkward position. And
sorry, Bernard,
I'm just, every time he got on my inside there, you notice I backed out and just fell in behind him, because that's what you have to do. So,
didn't mean to get that close to you, Neil, on that last lap.
Yeah, Andy's in 20th, but he's in the amateur division, so he was in first place of the amateur division until it looks like he lost the spot to Joe Sacchetti, who won the amateur division. So we got to jump over to Slow Motion Broadcasting and get in the interview waiting area. So I will unpause it again when we come back to that. All right, we should be getting in the interview booth soon here. Yep. Looks like everybody put in a lot of practice for this one.
I didn't get as much as I wanted, to be honest with you. I had quick lap times. I blew qualifying big time.
Oh yeah.
Andy had to pit a second time. He didn't have enough fuel.
Oh no. Man. He must have had a mix-up of some kind.
Yeah, he's been putting a lot of work in, dude.
Yeah, he was.
Ever since I befriended him.
Yep. Yeah, he was working hard this week for sure.
Yeah, this week and last week, he really put a lot of work in. I
Yep.
have to try harder now. Got lucky tonight.
Yeah.
Ask him from whence he pulled that 225.3.
Yeah, absolutely, Taylor. A great finish today here at Bathurst. I know you've been looking for one out there for sure, having a little bit of bad luck here and there this season, but very commanding win out there on a difficult track. Perhaps you can tell us maybe some secrets about how you got that done.
I don't know if there's a secret or not, because I think Fabian, well, if there is a secret, he knew it too. He was making me sweat tonight. Schnackle was super quick as well. David Moore, all those guys were really pushing at the front, man. It wasn't a runaway. It never will be on this track. It's kind of draft locked, which makes it fun. So, yeah, it was. I found some pace pretty early on, practicing for this one, and felt pretty confident coming in. Just glad to bring home the win.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you have to do around here, for sure, is bring home that win. It's not easy necessarily to, you're fighting the track and your competitors out there. Jeff Schnackle kind of jumping off to a pretty early lead there, and then you able to hold on to it and just honestly hold on to all that pressure you had behind you. Very impressive. And everybody else out there, like you said, this group of drivers, just so clean. 35 cars around Panorama, and we had multiple laps before any incident at all. It was a sight to behold for sure. But yeah, a pretty awesome race out there. Is there anybody you'd like to thank here before we let you go?
Yeah, big shout out to my brother and my mom, who I know are both going to be watching the broadcast, and my wife, who lets me spend my Tuesday nights playing with all of you guys instead of spending time with her. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday, honey.
Oh,
and
happy birthday.
So yeah, big shout out to you guys too. You do a great job with the broadcast. I really appreciate it. And yeah, huge shout out to all the other drivers tonight. Really tough track, especially with the cool temperatures. It's slick out there. Really glad to see everybody have a nice, clean race.
Yeah, absolutely. We're headed to, I believe it's Road America for our next outing here. Seems to suit these cars really well. It's another, fairly draft locked area there too, where you're getting caught on those straightaways. Is that a track you're looking forward to there, or what's the secret of that one?
Ooh, yeah, Road America's got to be one of my top 5 favorite tracks, and it real close to me here. I'm in Michigan, so yeah, it's I'm looking forward to that one. It's also going to be good prep for the Road America 500 coming up. So
excellent. Right on, Taylor. Well, great result today. Good to see you back up on the top step of the podium, and we will catch you next week. Take care, man.
Happy to be here. Thanks, guys.
All right, that was...
All right, let's look at it again here. Let's look at this start. Schnackle got a fantastic start. I was very cautious. I just knew ultimately it was my race to lose here off the start. I really didn't want to make some kind of stupid mistake with my start. I didn't know how close Dave Moore was on my outside right there, so I played it cautious through turn 1. Schnack gets the run, and I really thought he was going to push here, so I didn't defend the inside. He goes for it, and he takes the first place away, but we traded it back and forth a couple times. Now let me talk a little bit more about what I mentioned briefly before we jumped in the interview booth. So you notice right there, Schnack got to my inside. I didn't try to fight him around the outside of that corner. I have never seen anybody hold a successful line around the outside of turn 2 at Bathurst. It's going to put you in a really awkward position. You just cannot hold any speed through that corner. You're probably not only going to lose the position you're currently fighting for, but you're probably going to lose 1 or 2 more because you're going to be so slow through that corner. So if we fast forward here to the next lap, we're able to catch right back up to Schnackle. He gets his lap led in. Good for him. Way to go, man. Great start. And then it seemed like I was able to get a better run than most guys off this corner for most of the night. I don't know if a lot of guys were using third gear off of that corner. That was kind of my secret there. Once I had the run here and I saw Schnackle leaving it open, I was like, okay, man. I mean, if you're going to go for it, I'm going to go for it. Now here, to me, is where Schnackle was making a mistake. Instead of lifting early and just falling in behind me, he would try to hold it around the outside. And you see his car gets super loose. He loses a bunch of time. Him and David Moore end up side by side back here. Fabian bottled in behind him, which thank goodness, because boy, Fabian was putting pressure on by the end of this race. But eventually David Moore and Jeff Schnackle get this one sorted out. Mad props to him going side by side through the cutting there and not getting into each other. So if we go forward another lap here, we're in the lead for a couple laps. Hey, Dave Moore in the chat right now. X-Wolf, man. Thanks so much. Good race out of you tonight, too. You had the fastest lap. In fact, I don't think I legitimately beat your fastest lap. That fastest lap that I got was when I entered the pit lane. So I don't know if that counts. I don't know. But it was pretty wacky. But good race. Good, clean race out of everybody tonight. So Schnackle gets the run once again. I miss a shift right here, and that's what lets him get to my inside. And once again, I'm not going to try to fight a guy on a corner leading to a huge straightaway. I was actually surprised that I ended up on his outside right here. I thought for sure I was letting him go. And, oh man, that's tough. I'm actually got a little bit of a, I don't know, sinus throat cold thing going on here too. So I feel you, man. So this is the thing, is when I saw Schnack was actually clear of me, I'm going to fall in behind him. I'm not going to try to battle him. And even though I go to the outside here, I have no intentions of going side by side on the outside. And you can see how much more speed I'm able to carry than the cars behind me. You know, it looks like, yeah, Dave Moore ends up side by side here through the corner. Fabian makes the move to the inside real late there. Once you're on that outside, you just don't have any grip. You can't carry any speed through that corner. It's a terrible place to be. So Schnack leads, I believe, for another lap here. And then I'm not going to let him hold on to it too long. So I go ahead and get a good run on him this time. I was actually really close to him through the whole second half of that last lap. And once again, get a great run out of turn one. I don't know if it was my setup or the fact that I was using, I feel like everybody was using third gear there, but maybe not. I just know that I could get a really good drive out of there. So once again, we go for the move down the inside here. And down the inside, again, Schnackle tries to hang it around the outside, and it's just never going to work. Look at how wide he washes, and he not only loses the position to me, he loses the position to Fabian. And that was pretty much how we ended up the whole race. Now, Andrew Bailing enters the picture here as well, and he's actually able to take the lead for a minute towards the end of the race after the pit stop. He was able to save enough fuel and I believe take a shorter pit stop, which put him out in front. So we ran like this for a little while. I'm going to skip ahead to where some things actually heat up a little bit again. I missed a couple shifts. So here it is. We're entering the pit lane, as you can see on the left here. We're over in the pit lane, and Andrew Bailing goes by, right? So next lap after that, Bailing goes into the pits, and if I check the times right here, Bailing's pit time stopped was only 11.9, whereas mine was 13.7. And the couple other guys a little bit quicker than me at 13.0 and 13.2. Oh, let's look at one more thing. If we go back one more lap, let's look at this, because I had a super fast pit entry, right? And somehow Fabian still runs into my rear bumper when I'm trying to get it slowed down for the pit speed limit. Like, I feel like I went through this about as fast as you can go without getting a track cut, and he still gets into my rear end and almost gives me a speeding penalty because he bumps me over the speed limit as I cross the line. Luckily, I didn't get a black flag for that. We were able to carry on with the race. All right, so back to the story here. We come to the next lap. Bailing's in the pits. We go cruising past him here. He's coming out of the pit lane just as we're entering turn one, though. We get a good run out of turn one, and I thought, oh man, we're going to have a way better run than him. But no, he actually has a ton of speed coming out of the pit lane and carries it all the way down the straight. And I was like, all right, let's see if he can hold on to this. Glad to have another racer in the party, but I don't know exactly what went wrong for him here. It looks like he was a little bit offline on entry, probably worried, trying to be a little defensive. Just gets super loose on entry, almost loses the car, and ends up coughing up 2 positions right there. He must have been super bummed about that. But that was the last we saw of anybody else other than the mighty Fabian Zweier really bringing the heat this week. Man, he was all over. I could not get him more than like 4/10 behind me pretty much the whole rest of the race. He was always right there. He did one time try to actually make the move going into chase, and it was pretty. I thought for sure he was just rehearsing the move. I thought he was like, all right, I'm gonna try this out so that I know what to do on the last lap. But he didn't have it on the last lap, thankfully. So let's skip ahead here. I believe if we look at it, we ended up going how many laps? Yeah, so we went 8, 17 laps. So I believe it was probably like this lap here. No, maybe the next one. Let's take a look. Yep. So here, he gets the run, but I could see that he was getting the run. So I let him, I pinch him to the inside and then go way outside. He has to slow down a bunch for that corner and gets a little bit of curb. Really brings bailing back in the mix here for a second. This is about the only other time I saw or noticed any other car, because my mirrors were so full of Fabian the majority of the race. That was really the only actual pass attempt he got on me. Otherwise, we drove a nice defensive race. It's fairly easy as long as you're getting good exits to be defensive on this track, even though with these Mustang, it gets really good draft down these straights. So let's go look at the results from this one and collect that gold trophy. All right, there it is, our name on the top with the gold trophy next to it and the fastest lap, although I feel like I cheated to get it. It must have been a good lap anyway, because I mean the pit entry was fast, but it wasn't that fast. So fantastic race out, everybody. We had what you would call the perfect race. Qualified on pole, we didn't lead every lap, but we definitely led the majority of the laps, and we did have the fastest lap, and we got the win. So you can't write it much better than that. Only one incident point as well, so that'll score some clean driver points as well, although I believe David Moore has a massive lead, and he got away with 0x tonight, so that'll lengthen his lead. Good race out of the rest of the field here. These guys keeping it really clean tonight. Really good to see everybody come out and do some clean racing. I did want to check in a little bit on what other drivers did. I'm sure we'll see it in the voice chat. And thanks everybody so much for checking out this video. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. We'll see you next time.